she's waiting so patiently. She's like, please, please. Hello, you're back up.
So as our feeders are preparing and getting ready to go in and feed our harbor seals, some of the things we're going to be doing in that area, we call that the kind of ice room, or our behind the scenes area, so to speak. So they're going to be making sure they're gathering all of their tools for their feeding at hand. So it's not just a feeding session, but it's also a training session. That's why we have you guys all sit down so that our seals can focus on their trainers. So we do have 2 harbor seals, so we will always have 2 trainers that are each going to work individually with the animals. And sometimes we'll have a little buoy on the end, and that's designed as a tool to allow our seals to have something to focus on. So it helps them concentrate and helps them connect with our trainers throughout the training session. So here at the aquarium, we do have 2 Pacific harbor seals. I'll introduce Turbo first, because she's always the first one to pop up and out. So Turbo is our smallest harbor seal. You'll see her, she likes to move up along the boardwalk. She's actually feeding up in the front with Ava right now. Now, Turbo was rescued on a beach in California. She was discovered when she was very young. She was about 2 weeks old, and she weighed about 15 pounds. So to put that into perspective, she's probably closer to about 60 right now. So she was a very tiny little seal. Now, she had been abandoned by her mother, and because she did not have anybody to defend her, she actually had bite wounds all along her front flipper, her back, and her head. The bite wounds on that flipper had become really severely infected, so when they weren't able to rescue her and bring her back to the facility, they tried to treat that infection, but it unfortunately had gotten into the bone. So in order to save Turbo's life, they had to make the difficult decision to amputate that front flipper. Now, because of her missing flipper, and the fact that she was abandoned so young, so she really hasn't developed any skills like hunting and finding fish, unfortunately, Turbo is deemed non-releasable and will not be able to survive out in the wild. That's why she lives here with us, so hopefully we'll be able to give her a phenomenal home here at the aquarium. Now, Noah Lonnie has a similar story. Turbo is our newest addition. She's only been with us for a few months, so she's just over a year old. Noah Lonnie, however, has been with us over 6 years now. She was also found abandoned on a beach in California. Now, she was a little bit older, so she wasn't a pup at the time. However, she was very skinny, very dehydrated, malnourished. And what they found out is that's because she is suffering from something we call hydrocephaly. So she has a buildup of fluid around her brain, and it causes a couple of things, including atrophy to her brain, so cerebral atrophy, as well as visual impairment. So she is considered clinically blind. She actually cannot see well enough to hunt and find fish in the wild. That's likely why she was so skinny and dehydrated when she was discovered. So she is also deemed non-releasable, and that's why she lives here with us at the aquarium as well. Now you're going to notice that her trainer is going to work mostly with vocal commands, okay? And this is because Noah Lonnie can hear better than she can see. So we do think she sees some motion, but not clear enough to understand a hand command or a hand movement. She also prefers to hang out in the pool, and sometimes we think she kind of catches the glimpse of something that makes her jump, so that's why you guys sitting so calmly really does help her out. It kind of makes her feel a little more secure as she goes through her training process. Now, the way that we do our training is through positive reinforcement. So what that means is we'll ask them for a behavior.